Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. This is Blazer the Morkie, and we are here with your reading for the next 10 days. Today, we'll be pulling a card for your overall energy. Then we're going to look at your specific energy, Scorpio, and then the energy of the person or the situation connected to you, and then how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Scorpio collective. Do keep in mind that these are general readings, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want to work more one-on-one and get a personal reading, I have links in the description below that you can check out. And also be sure to join me live on Fridays, 10 a.m. Central for Frequency Friday. It's a fun, chill, collective hangout, messages kind of stuff. We're going to pull cards. We're going to talk about things that are important and talk about the energies. And then every other Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Time, I am doing live Q&A readings, except on the Super Bowl. It's just the Super Bowl. It's going to be on Monday instead. All right. Let's get your overall energy here, Scorpio. You got the number 34 card, Conquering Social Anxiety. Conquering social anxiety. Very interesting. This is the impasse oracle, remember, so we're really tuning in to the things that might make you nervous or might have you a bit hesitant. And social situations right now, maybe that is the key for you. Social situations for you right now might be a little less desirable. It doesn't mean they will always be, but something definitely has your attention and maybe you're needing to kind of pull back a bit here. On your side, you get the Sun, the Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. In your internal Scorpio world, things are actually looking really good. I feel that you feel joyful about the direction you're heading or about incorporating your purpose into your life and actually making momentum in that area. And this seems to me like for some of you, it could be toward a business goal or bringing in more money, how to build a financial funnel of some kind or a sales funnel. For others of you, this may be a health journey where you're feeling really good about the momentum that you've made in your health and transforming that for yourself. And you feel like you're having a new body or a new beginning, a new start. For the person or situation you're connected to, you get the Five of Wands, the Empress, and the Ace of Wands. So this person, I'm definitely seeing feminine energies here. They do strike me as a bit more distorted. They strike me as more conflicted, and I feel that this person could be acting in ways that are less balanced, less aligned. Now, for some of you who do resonate with having a bit of social anxiety or getting out around other people, you may be really tuning in and perceptive of the public reality field right now. And a lot of the chaos that is going on there, that could be feeding into not wanting to be around people because your inner world is looking really good. The energy surrounding you, though, from this other person or place or situation is not looking as good. This could also represent your knowing and your understanding of the way that the feminine energies are being distorted in our world. And I'm not big for the whole patriarch, matriarch kind of, divisive distraction. I think those terms have been overused and used inappropriately. But this has to do with the evolution into living in more alignment with our purpose and letting things flow in alignment with the cosmic law, the universe, the natural law that exists. And it's nothing that's man-made. So some of you may be really dealing with this on an existential level. You're very deep sign, so you may really be going here, and what you're seeing on the surface, very well to be negatively affecting the feminine energies here. And I'm going to say for me, this has nothing to do with politics, okay? Politics are out there to distract you. I love the play on words, politics and parlor tricks, okay? This doesn't have anything to do with who's in office. So if your mind is going there, that is what is creating anxiety. The current way that we are living is not in alignment with natural and cosmic law. And that's why the reality field is full of chaos and distortion. And you cannot allow yourself and your valuable energy that I'm perceiving over there to be tied up in this. Okay, so it's very important, if you are getting tied up into it, figure out the way that you can observe it without getting trapped or caught in it, right? I can't wait to clarify this. Very interesting reading. In the connecting energies, you get the Devil and the Tower. Whoa. This is like telling me, for those of you who've gotten sucked into the latest elections, you've been sucked into the media, the fires in California, you've been watching. For those of you who have the news running in the background all the time, stop, stop, stop. That is definitely like breaking down all kinds of things. For others of you, this is a breakdown of those controlling energies. You've come to realize that a lot of your anxiety is caused by something you're consuming, okay? That could be food as well for some of you here. And there's this breakdown of like, if I want to thrive and be in these energies, I have to create them within myself so that they then reflect in the outer world. And the way you can do that is by focusing on those energies and not letting all this other stuff distract you. So some of you have entanglements here that need to be unwound. And a lot of the anxiety you might be dealing with is from tuning in too much to intentional distraction, y'all. It's intentional to keep you in a lesser vibe, to keep you in a lesser state of your humanness, okay? Let's look at this sun for you. Woo, I'm getting all riled up here about this. For the sun, yes, Scorpio, you got the Knight of Cups and the Hierophant. You're in a place right now where you are embodying, you are beginning to live, you are making moves toward your own authority and designing your own life. If you're anything like me, in the earlier parts of life, you may have experienced where you were living someone else's dream, someone else's goals, society's expectations, and no longer. With this coming in so brightly with the sun, the Knight of Cups, like your heart has been ignited in this way. You are no longer settling for the traditional stories of how things should be. And by traditional, I mean, you know, what's been put into place and what's been propagated for so long. You are claiming your own authority, and that authority will be in alignment with the cosmos and with the natural evolution. The organic timelines is what we're talking about here. So I honestly feel, if you've tuned into this reading and you're like, well, what the hell is she talking about? It's time for you to do maybe some research and study. And I know Scorpio likes to look into things, okay? It's time for you to go deeper, but you have to get past that gate of distraction with the media, the us versus them, the left, the right. It's all the same bird, different wings, okay? Like, it's two wings of the same bird. Do not go on that wild goose chase anymore, because this is very powerful, what's available to you here, and you are definitely meant to do something with these energies here. For the Knight of Wands, you get the Nine of Wands. This is the second time I've seen that combination. Cancer had it in who they were relating to, and the King of Pentacles. You're moving from a place of more anxiety, more cautious energy. Possibly for some of you, there's been some wounding that you've recently done a really good job of healing. So if you've been in any kind of healing or therapy kind of process, this is an indicator that yes, you are gaining momentum and you are moving more into stability here. For some of you, this could be with your health. You've had a health setback and you've had to recover, and now you are feeling yourself moving toward a more stable body Okay, so some of you might have been ill and you've recovered, or you might have had a surgery and you're in, your physical therapy and recovering, that kind of thing. For others of you, it could be a financial setback that took place, and now you feel yourself moving into more stabilized energies. But I would argue also that these stabilized energies are coming from your alignment with the natural organic timeline and with the cosmos. So you're making progress here, and I love seeing that. For the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is all about choices. And I think when you're doing this internal work, and as you get your health aligned, and as you're lining up with natural, being in just alignment and harmony with natural law, you are able to make better decisions. You're definitely taking more time to make decisions. You're definitely looking to invest your time and energy and your actions into something much more valuable than you have in the past. And I will say, for me, it was leaving the corporate world. I left the corporate world in 2021, best decision of my entire life, because I was living a life that someone else designed. Not that I designed, not that was aligned with my passion, nor with natural law, because I was working for a big bank. So I was all caught up in that stuff. And all my active energy was going toward that. And that, when I made that decision that I'm going to step out, no matter how many tough choices I have to make or sacrifices I have to make, I'm doing it. And no, I'm not going back. I'm not going back to that, okay? Now, others of you, you may be having a little bit different experience. It might not be leaving a job. Like I said, it could be a health issue that has sparked this in you, right? But honestly, it's looking good, and it's looking like your momentum is picking up. Let's look at this other energy, the Five of Wands. We get the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So the Five of Wands, it's energy of conflict. And this other energy that I feel, it's like the foundation of this energy, because the Nine of Pentacles is about what's been built and what's been on offer. This has moved forward from conflict. Like, what kind of foundation is that, right? The foundation of conflict and fighting and us versus them, that all that energy is what has been built. Because you are showing me this, it means that in some way, shape, or form, it has captured your attention. The programs that are running on this conflict are very sophisticated. And so what I see happening here is that you are recognizing that, and you are much more, you're more rapidly identifying these things in the reality field, and that will help you be able to refocus your energy back on yourself. It's just very interesting, and I know at times this can feel large, but all of these cards that I'm looking at are minor arcana. That just shows you the true power. The illusion is that this energy has power. The truth is it does not. The power is in you and me and how we affect the reality field, not what's spoon-fed to us through the media. Turn off that damn TV. Go in nature, go inside. Let's look at this Empress here. The Five of Cups and the Empress again. Yeah, some of you may be perceiving this as like an attack on feminine energies. However, there is that, but there's also attack on masculine energies. Let's be honest. The attack is on humanity as a whole. More than anything, we need men and women united and standing together in balanced energies. And so there's the perception, and then there's the reality. Now, for some of you who are female Scorpios, there may be some internal healing that has been activated from your focus on some things to do with women, particularly the treatment of women, how women were treated, mothers. Some of you may be dealing with mother issues or maternal lineage issues. It may have to do with trying to fit into a box earlier in life, and then now you're realizing, okay, I've been living everybody else's life. Maybe some of you are living your, the life your mother wanted you to have, or you thought she was proud of, and you may be defining that way. But the Five of Cups is here, and that's sadness. That's sadness. So there's some healing here. And I do want to mention that as you increase your study of the tarot itself, you have the magician, who is a masculine character, and then you have the high priestess, who's the feminine character. And then it's through the journey through both of those that the Empress comes to sit in the garden. And the Empress actually, while we do connect the Empress with feminine energy more often than not, it is a balance between the two. And it is an acknowledgement of the importance of both when it relates to the journey. So do keep that in mind. Let's look at this Ace of Wands here. We have the Ace of Cups and the Strength card. I feel like this is underscoring that this conquering your social anxiety, achieving the spiritual authority in your own life, all of this has to do with an alignment of your will and your heart. So it's that heart to the will, to the action that you put out in the world. It's that connection that is asking for attention and is asking for nurturing so that it can strengthen itself. Many of you are hiding away. Instead of making your presence known, your presence wants to be made known. Your presence in this spiritual aligned and authority that is connected with that heart, but there's some sort of breakdown from the heart to how it's being activated or applied in the world. Some of you could just be still living in that paradigm of someone, you literally may feel like you're living someone else's life. And it's time for you to reclaim your own story and write it to your satisfaction, not to please or, make somebody else feel better. This is about you. For the energies in how this all connects up, right? And this is your inner wisdom coming forward with all this and showing me these energies. For the Devil, you get the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. There's this ability that is being presented with this experience for you that you can see false efforts. Now, for some of you, this could be presenting in a person, right? It may be somebody that you've run into that has very different ideals than you. It could be a friend that never really evolved or didn't take an evolutionary path. So when they make, moves or advances or efforts toward you, it feels empty. This Page of Cups honestly feels like empty energy. Like somebody's just doing something out of requirement, or because that's what they're supposed to do, or that's what the Hallmark holiday says you should do, right? It's that kind of energy. And that you're sensing that more and more now. And then you would feel this as an imbalance. For some of you, it's been that you have actually allowed it to affect your physical health. Okay? Some of you have allowed this to affect your physical health. And I think part of your connection with that Hierophant there and that Knight of Cups and that heart to will force is that you're finally making up your mind to say, I'm going to choose me and I'm going to choose my health and well-being. This doesn't make me a selfish person. This makes me someone who came here to do something, to make a real effective evolutionary change. And I can't do that if I'm focusing my energy or my health, giving my health away to something else. And I know it takes more work, y'all. You just go to a grocery store anywhere and your choices are poison, poison, and more poison. All right? So I know it takes a lot, but you can do a lot. There's a lot of information out there you could be tuning into that will help you. So go a little deeper into that. Are you nourishing yourself? Are you hydrating yourself? Make sure you're doing all of those things. For the Tower in the connective energies here, you get the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Wands. This is good. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune comes in more on your side here. I feel this is an acknowledgement that you will, in fact, be affecting the reality field. I feel that some of you are going to be putting out information, helpful therapies, or different things that will actually affect the reality field to make it less chaotic. You have the ability to do that. That could come through in a lot of different ways. For some of you, it could be art, music, right? It could be the fine arts in some way, shape, or form. I do get that little bit of sense here. For some of you, it's a fine art kind of thing. For others of you, maybe you're a good storyteller or an orator, and so your voice The evocation of your voice, the etymology of words is important here, and that's going to be affecting the reality field. You actually, what I'm getting here with this Three of Wands, very interesting. I've never got this before, but I feel like you're going to be affecting the timeline, that you're actually going to slow the chaos down by making this change in your individual life. And this is a message, like literally, Scorpio, send this video to a friend, because this is such important energy. Any sign could benefit from it. I love that you're showing me it, because you're not ever going to show me anything you don't mean or that you can't commit to, because you've already explored some of the depths that maybe the other signs have not, or the other energies have not, and that's okay. That's your strength. So, but this is a very important message all the way around, okay? So, you know somebody who might be open to this message, please share it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the passion behind this for you. Let's get you a card from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle to close off your reading today. Scorpio, you got the number 48 card, Surrender. And I love this. It reminds me a lot of the Hanged Man card in the tarot. That did not come up here. But the Hanged Man has this innate, beautiful ability to surrender himself or herself unto himself or herself. When you go into the surrender and you're in that alignment with the universe, or even in those times you're not, that's where the clarity comes. And so for some of you, you may need to blend in these periods of intentional surrender and pause into what you're doing, because you do go deep and you do look at all the facets. And I think surrender is a beautiful way to approach your art, or blend the energy of surrender into your art, or into your speaking, or into whatever it is that you're meant to put out into the world here. So I really love that beautiful energy. And I feel like it's very connected. It feels like it helps you with that. So we have like the higher force, the heart, and the will force. And we have those three, because we have a 48 here, so that number could be important, but 8 plus 4 is 12, and 1 plus 2 is 3. And I feel like that's going to help this connective energies. Some of you may feel a bit disconnected from humanity because of all the chaos and how many people are getting pulled into these inversions. And this surrender card would give me hope that if you can, nonetheless, despite all of that, go ahead and make these moves and really surrender into these energies for yourself and take action toward that, you'll be giving permission to others energetically to be able to do that. Scorpio, thank you so much for bringing these amazing energies into this reading today. I absolutely love it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.